Hi, it's Jennifer again, and this time I want to talk about the amputation that I had 5 years ago, which was a Symes amputation named after the doctor from Edinburgh in the 1800s who invented it. I had both feet removed at the same time. A Symes amputation is a through foot or a through ankle amputation, but because I was born with therapy, it proved a little bit more complicated for the surgeon to carry out. One of the benefits of having a Symes amputation is that you can weight bear short distances with regards to the Symes amputation without the prosthetics. Unfortunately, that's not something that I can do because of the nerve damage and the pain that I suffer. Weight bearing is an impossibility. If you're wondering what a Symes amputation looks like, that is a Symes amputation. That was my heel. There's still some scarring there from previous operations, and that is what I live with. The legs that I use, unfortunately, another downside of the Symes amputation is the legs have to come all the way up to your knee. So they're quite clumsy, and they're quite, they're not nice to look at. Hence, I decorate them myself. If I can just remove this, I'll show you. One of the questions I get asked with regards to the Symes amputation is mobility. As you can see, there's a liner, and then that would normally have a white stocking over the top, but I took that off. The actual legs themselves are very nice to look at. That's it. That's what they look like. And normally they would have like a Norabati stocking over the top of that. The foot's very inflexible, so it's not great for things, once it's set, you're set at a certain heel height. It's not great for walking up hills, things like that. That's the other. As you can see, there's scarring damage in that there. Pressure wise, I can do that, but I couldn't get up and walk from here to see the chair over there, which is something that I should be able to do with the Symes amputation. Unfortunately, it's happened to one of those Symes amputees that can't do that. Movement, I'm often asked about movement. That is the only movement that I actually have. But then again, I didn't have a lot. See that there, that bit wiggling at the front there, that feels to me as if I'm wiggling my toes. And that is me, and that feels to me as if I'm wiggling my big toe. And that's the only movement. I mean, it was quite rigid, I didn't have a lot of flexibility in my foot anyway. It would only do that in my foot and not that. That's kind of what it's like. Pain relief, codeine, dihydrocodeine, codridamol, or some of the painkillers that I use for pain relief. They're not cutting it anymore, so obviously that's the reason why I need to go in for the next amputation, which is going to be a below knee. Going on the 3rd of February to see the surgeon to find out exactly how much leg I'm going to use and what technique, and then hopefully a timeline as to when to go in. This diary is going to be done from here on in, right the way through the amputation and afterwards, and so I hope you'll find it of some use and of interest. And off to the doctors today for pain relief, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. And that's pretty much it for now. So I hope you found that interesting. That's a Symes amputation. I stayed in the hospital a week. Most amputees, I understand, stay in hospital a lot longer because they do the rehab in hospital and things like that. Just remember that every amputee is different, every amputation is different, everybody's reaction to it is different. I didn't suffer phantom pain, but I've been through lots of operations before, I didn't grieve for the loss of my limb, although depression was a big issue, but mainly to do with self-confidence in social situations. I mean, I know I've been disabled all my life, but to be quite honest with you, I never felt more disabled when I was in the wheelchair after having the amputation. It's the little things that you miss, the things you take for granted, like just getting up and going to the toilet, pushing yourself up in bed, things like that. And you know, hopefully with the next amputation I'll have some better fitting legs. The pain won't be as bad, but although I've been told there's a 50-50 chance of it being a success. Obviously I've got a diet, as you can see, I'm no twiggy, so there's that to take into consideration. So I've got to start a diet and exercise regime, which when you're wearing something like this, you know, you try and do something like a, you know, keep fit video where your legs are going all over the place. And the last time I tried that one, I nearly put the telly screen out because the leg came off. So even though there's complications, kneeling down, obviously there's a lot of exercise, you can kneel down, can't do that. But you know, it doesn't, I try not to let it stop us from doing anything that I want to do in life. Clubbing, shopping, now that I've got confidence back, socialising. You know, I don't think you should let your disability define who you are. It's just part of you. It's not who you are. You know, having a disability or having an amputation doesn't take away anything from you as a person. I think if anything, it adds to the fact of how unique you are. And these things, well, it's them to me. They're like a badge of honour. You know, as ugly as they are, you know, they basically say, here, this is me. I'm not afraid to be who I am. I'm proud. You know, I've went through all this pain and I'm still up and running. You know, it's going to be cool because hopefully I'm getting a friend of mine to design a pair of metal legs for costume wear. So hey, I'm never going to be stuck for fancy dress parties because I can always go to Terminator or Robocop. You know, it'll be fantastic. Maybe get a hip flask put in, you know, a Jack Daniels bottle instead of a machine gun. That's Jen signing out. I'll let you know what's happened to the doctors, and hopefully this is now going to be a daily vlog. If I've got the time in between the house, the kids and work and everything else, and to keep you updated on the diet and the pain relief and the run up to the amputation. So excuse me, I need to put these socks on those legs, and off to work we go. See you later. Bye.